Our story begins in Navsari, Gujarat. It is 1839. A child is born on March 3rd into the Tata family, a Parsi family deeply rooted in the Zoroastrian faith. This child is Jamsetji Tata. His father, Jamsetji Tata, is a man connected deeply with tradition, priests, religious customs, family obligations. As a boy, Jamsetji is drawn to new ideas. He watches his father's firm engaged in trade with distant lands, cotton, tea, and sometimes opium, and senses the potential of commerce beyond mere trade. He gets formal education. At age 13, he moves to Bombay, now Mumbai, studies at local schools, and later gets into Elphinstone College. Graduates in 1858 as a Green Scholar. The mid-1800s are a time of change. The world is industrializing. India is under British colonial rule. Trade favors some, yet limits many. There are opportunities, raw materials, cotton demand, especially with things like the American Civil War disrupting supplies. Jamsetji watches and learns. He also feels something deeper. India needs its own industrial base. India needs to build not just raw exports but manufactories. Factories, steelworks, power, education, a foundation for self-respect, capability, and economic independence. In 1868, Jamsetji Tata officially founds his own trading firm. From trade, he moves to manufacturing. The first big move is textiles, cotton mills. In 1874, he sets up the Empress Mills in Nagpur. He acquires or converts smaller units, for example a bankrupt oil mill in Chinchpokli, which he turns into a cotton mill to manufacture cloth. Jamsetji travels, studies, sees what happens in England, in America. He sees factories, he sees power generation, steel mills. He begins to plan big. He dreams of an iron and steel work, of a power plant, of a world-class institute of science, of a landmark hotel in India that matches the best hotels of the world. These are ambitious, audacious ideas in a time when colonial India has many constraints: capital, technology, British policy. But he is persistent. Then in 1902 to 1903 comes one of his landmark achievements, the beginning of the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel in Bombay. The hotel opens in December 1903. It is one of the first luxury hotels in India, a symbol not just of business, but of pride and intent to match the best in the world. Jamsetji also begins laying the groundwork for Tata Steel. He scouts locations, discusses with geologists, for example Pramatha Nath Bose, seeks backing. He sees that steel is foundational: rails, bridges, industries. He wants India to build its own steel mills. But he doesn't live to see that plan fully materialize. He dies in 1904, age 65, in Germany. After Jamsetji's death, the mantle passes on to his sons, Sir Dorabji Tata and his brother Rathee Tata. Under Dorabji's leadership, the group begins to realize Jamsetji's visions. Tata Steel is incorporated in 1907, though first steel production starts in 1912 in Jamshedpur. The town S Industrial Township is built around the plant, making not just factories but entire communities. Houses, schools, hospitals, basic amenities. That becomes the model: industry plus welfare plus community. Electricity, hydroelectric power, Tata Power comes into being, developing power plants. Education. The Indian Institute of Science, IISc, in Bangalore is established, though many pieces were laid earlier by Jamsetji. Actual operations begin in 1911. The Tata Group starts diversifying beyond steel and textiles into chemicals, engineering, locomotives. The group also deepens its values: fair wages, worker welfare, integrity. Even early on, there were efforts to improve working conditions, labor relations, social responsibility. These aren't just window dressings, they'd become part of the Tata legacy. Leadership transitions. After Sir Dorabji's death in 1932, Sir Nauroji Saklatwala takes over. Then in 1938, J.R.D. Tata becomes chairman. Under J.R.D. Tata, the group expands into newer sectors: aviation, consumer goods, engineering, technology. Important ventures, Telco, which becomes Tata Motors, is established in 1945, making locomotives, automobiles. Tata is involved in early chemical industry, agricultural implements. The group also supports the war effort during World War II, contributes to nation building. After India's independence in 1947, the challenge is also different. Building industries in interior India, supporting infrastructure meeting the needs of a newly freed nation. J.R.D. Tata has a long tenure. He is chairman from approximately 1938 to 1991. Under him, not just expansion in business, but deepening of social responsibilities, health, education, sciences, growth during difficult times, wars, partition, changing policies, licensing era, limitations on private enterprise. Yet Tata continues to invest, continue to build. India's economy, regulatory structure, global position are changing, and Tata adapts. In 1991, economic liberalization begins in India. Tariffs reduce, foreign investment loosens, the economy opens. This presents huge opportunity as well as risk. At this moment, Ratan Naval Tata becomes chairman of the Tata Group. Under Ratan Tata's leadership, the group goes global, acquisitions, international brands, expanded services. Examples: Tata Tea buys Tetley, 2000, to become global player in tea. Tata Steel acquires Corus in 2007. Tata Steel made a huge move by acquiring Corus, a landmark in Indian corporate history, where an Indian steel maker acquired a big European steel company. Tata Motors acquires Jaguar Land Rover from Ford.